All right, here we are, back for another intro, round number, what are we on, 6? Making our way to 100. That's the goal. We'll see if we can get there. I'm confident, feeling very optimistic still. It's early days, right? Oh, it's okay to shoot for the stars right now. And but yeah, I want to get this out on this Friday because it's just another beautiful day. This weather has just been nuts so far this year. We're not even in the 80s or 90s yet. It's weird, but I'm here for it. Not a crazy amount of stuff to talk about during this intro, keep it nice and short and sweet, I suppose. Life on the Shmooze is still, everything's good on that front. Our meetup at the soup kitchen was nice, small turnout, but it was a turnout. Therefore, no buts. It was great. So thank you for the businesses that came out. You know what? They need it. They need a shout out, because that's what I do at the beginning now. I shout out those that do good things, and those businesses deserve an extra shout out. Here they are. Sorry, I had to pull it up. We had Rescue Restoration come out, Justin Porter, Kelco Pest Control, Shelter Guard Roofing and Gutters, All Keys Automotive, and Savannah with Halo. So y'all are the bee's knees. You went the extra mile, and then you get the little extra praise at the top. So it's just my little thank you to you for coming out. This one was open, like they're all open to public, but this one was definitely open to the public. Here's something we can talk about. I'm clearly having a difficult time kind of getting the word out lately. For whatever reason, it is what it is. But to combat that, and just for context purposes, like a few months ago, I guess you could say, or even a few years ago, a post of mine might reach a few thousand of y'all, and then lately it's more like reaching a few hundred. So clearly I've backfired in figuring out the algorithm, but that's fine. As I've made a newsletter now, free newsletter, to alert y'all on just these podcast updates, or like, for instance, the cool volunteer day at the soup kitchen. Like, this is a way to just, in case because like the only other way to get updates really is just like you're randomly scrolling and you're like, oh, well, that's what Grant's up to. So I made a newsletter, which there will be a link attached to this post, so you can subscribe if you want to stay up to date. It's through Substack, so it's something I was told good things about it. I like their model. It seems very easy to send updates out. So I'm glad I remembered that off the top of my head. Is there any other updates I want to share? If you just want to find it, just go on Substack, type in the Southern Shmooze, boom, newsletter, granted. You'll get all your alerts that way. I can even throw a note in the show notes just so you see it, find it one more way. Should we keep going? Is there anything? You know what? This will be a short and sweet intro. Nothing crazy. Although personally, I love it. Just shouting out whoever I want to at the top, because I just appreciate those that go the extra mile. And that includes our businesses that put a little bit more value into the Shmooze. And this goes out to the Blackbeard Pro Wash, Butte Tree, Crawl Daddy, SO Projects, Firebrand Roofing and Construction, Floor Coverings International, Fraser Roof and Good Guys Plumbing, Halo, My Air Heating and Cooling, Old Pine Decks, Peace of Mind, Porch and Rose, Pride and Turf, Pro Prime Siding, Roxy's Renovations, Up, and Away Junk Hauling. Wow, look at that, real quick, real fast, out the gate. All right, that's done. Last shout out goes to Brendon and Zay for joining me on today's episode. They run Your Handyman Atlanta, which you've probably seen their name pop up a bunch lately because they've been getting recommendations out the wazoo from y'all. And I really love when y'all do shout out businesses that are helping you out, because it's like cool, right? It's like you're seeing a benefit from the community and you're letting people know about it, and I'm here for it. Is that it? Did I miss anything? Let me check my notes. That's good enough for me. Oh, we're gonna make this real short, because this is the longest episode we did. We did a whole hour. It was just like fun to talk about all the sort of handyman things that I didn't know about, and then I got to learn. So yeah, it was a good learning episode, to be honest. All right, done. Let's go. Without further ado, here we go.
When you're in need of a plumber, a roofer, a gilder, a builder, a baker, a candlestick maker, electrician, technician, landscaper, bricklayer, flooring and fencing, I need to say we could be schmoozing. We could be schmoozing at the Southern Shmooze.
Okay, so are we good?
Yeah, man. We're good.
Cool. There's nothing to that. Today I'm bringing a Post-it note with me, because last time with Colton I brain shut off for like a minute.
Nice.
So I really just wanted to have like a safety net there with a Post-it note, just in case I want to write something down.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's smart. I have the same kind of issue sometimes where I'll brain fart and forget what it was I was thinking about.
I don't mind a brain fart
will be like,
when it's me.
Yeah.
Like if it's like us and then whoever's listening, I'm like, I should really try a little bit more effort not to have crazy lengthy brain farts.
Yeah.
All right. I think I usually start thinking off the date.
Okay.
Which is the 14th. I always have to look at it.
Cool.
May 14th, rather. But we're here on my porch, my new porch, thanks to Colton from the last podcast for making this possibly the new Shmooze podcast interview conversation headquarters.
Yeah. It would be as long as it's not too hot, it would be a great spot.
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll see how the summer goes, but for now, quite stoked. All right, let's do intros.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah, sure. So Brendon Ford, founder, owner, president of Your Handyman Atlanta, and based here in Atlanta since 2020. And then to my right, we've got Zay, and he is our business development manager for Your Handyman Atlanta. He's been a tech with us for 5 years, 6 years now. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So anyways, say hey.
Yeah, hey everybody. Yeah, Zay Smith here, development manager, and glad to be here.
Nice. That's crazy that you've been working together for 5 years. But I guess I haven't. I don't know. I feel like I would have met you sometime then, because you've helped me out over so much stuff over the years.
Yeah. It's usually been me, doing your stuff. He's up in Lawrenceville. So
it's a bit of a drive.
Yeah.
It's about an hour easy every morning.
Yeah.
Hour's not bad, but if traffic, I mean, it could be more than that, right?
Yeah. Hour 10, hour 15.
Do y'all work in Lawrenceville too?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah. So our service area, if you look at like the Atlanta metro area from a map perspective, if you look at Interstate 20 up to Sandy Springs, over to like Norcross, and then over on the west side to like kind of Smyrna, where the battery is, that's like our primary service area. And so we have a trip charge for just that area, and then we'll go as far as like Cumming, or we'll go as far as Lawrenceville. We'll even go to Woodstock, and it's got a higher travel charge for that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much our service area. We'll go to East Point, College Park a little bit here and there for some clients that have been with us for a long time. But since everybody who works for us is based on the north side of Atlanta, getting below 20 gets difficult, traffic wise for us. So we typically don't schedule down there.
I'm right below 20.
Yeah, you're on our southern limit, man. Now.
He just made
Yeah, you just made the cut. Yeah, you're cool.
Oh no! Wow, but that's below 20 is a lot though. That's East Atlanta, Elmwood Park, Grant Park. You're missing. Are you specifically?
We go Grant Park. But I guess I should clarify that when you get down much further south than Turner, where the stadium is, you get much further south than that. Dealing with the gritty curve is what kills us. Trying to get through that area early mornings, it's just a nightmare. So when you're coming from Lawrenceville, that can be an hour and a half.
No, I get it.
Yeah, so it's kind of our cutoff is around there, but it's circumstantial.
Fair enough. Good to know for anyone listening that where you might go, and just to get all the basics out of the way. As far as your expertise goes, handyman is very all-inclusive, but
it is.
Obviously electrician is in your wheelhouse, as you literally just helped me out 10 minutes ago with that.
Yeah.
Do you want to go do it through a quick list of everything?
Yeah, it's probably easier to say what we don't do.
Oh, sure.
And what we don't do is roofing. We don't do power washing in-house. And then we don't do foundation repairs. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. That's
everything
a lot.
Everything else we'll do either in-house or we've got great business contacts. Same thing for, we got a great roofer that we refer a lot of business to. Shout out Robert Hamilton. And
who's Robert with?
Robert's with Roofing Done Right. He's on the Shmooze. He posts a lot. Yeah.
Wow, that name doesn't ring a bell, but Robert, say hi.
Yeah. He's in there a good bit, and so he does our roofing, and then Tyler Thomason does our power washing.
Oh, well, we know Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler, and
we need to get him on too.
Yeah, he was talking about it.
I got a long list.
Yeah,
So.
he was. Yeah, I saw that. He was talking to me a week ago. We were having lunch, and he was talking to me about getting on here. So
I'm trying to do one of these a week. So Tyler, if you're listening, let's get you on next week.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll let him know. So we don't do those things in house. If there needs to be a electric panel replacement, shout out Paul Thompson. He does big electrical upgrades and EV chargers and stuff like that for us. And so if it's something that we don't do, we just refer it out.
Sure.
But changing a light fixture, an outlet, a light switch, stuff like that we'll do. Same thing, plumbing, changing a faucet, fixing a toilet, that kind of thing we'll do. But we're not going to, jet your main line or replace a main line or anything like that. We'll leave that to guys like I guess Slam or some of the other Shmooze favorites to do this stuff like that. But we do pretty much a little bit of it all.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I got ideas already brewing. One, I definitely, maybe we trip down memory lane as far as I can remember, but we've known each other for a while. I'm trying to remember how we met. Was it through the Shmooze?
We met through Jordan.
Which Jordan?
Jordan Ryan.
Runner Jordan?
Yeah, Runner Jordan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we met through him. Back in COVID.
So Shmooze was around, but was he just
you had just started the Shmooze.
Oh yeah, okay,
you just
cool.
started it. Yeah, and Zay had just started working with me at that period too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan's awesome.
Yeah,
he used to run Clarence.
Yeah, Jordan used to run my dog Bella.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Then we moved too far away from him, and so he doesn't really come up our way.
So this would, yes, that checks out. And then I'm trying to remember too, because I know you helped me at my old Valencia house, but
yeah,
did you ever help me at the Flat Shoals house too? I guess I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. I think awesome. That's where I met you. Was over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is you followed me from house to house.
I have. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we did some work over there. I did when it was just me, and now I've got a crew. When it was just me, I did some work over there for you, and then we did some stuff over at the Valencia place, and then of course here.
Yeah.
And we've done a little bit over here too, and so. We followed you around a good bit.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can obviously attest to your skills and your everything, punctuality, just friendliness, just overall great guy. But so can a ton of the community, because I've noticed a huge influx of shout outs lately.
Yeah.
Did you see all those?
I have. Yeah. I think that's it's been interesting to watch it, because for like a while, I was just so busy in the field doing a lot of this work myself that I didn't have time to like promote, promote ourselves on Southern Shmooze and other Facebook groups too, as much as I would have liked to. And then now that like I've really, been driving that, I've noticed more and more people are coming from the Southern Shmooze and finding us.
That's exciting.
And then I think like there's this like cascading effect where like one person sees they had a great experience with us, and they see the post, and then another person uses us, they have a great experience, and they're like, well, I should post too.
Yeah.
And so it's this like interesting thing that like the trickle has started, and it's turning into a little bit of a
waterfall.
Flood. Yeah, it's really cool to see.
Is this all organic as far as like, are they just like, I love Brendon, I'm gonna leave him a nice shout out, or are you asking them to?
We ask people to leave us reviews, whether it be Google or Facebook groups
or Shmooze.
wherever they find us, kind of a thing. We ask them to leave us reviews, and so it just seems like right now, like our moment on the Southern Shmooze has really picked up, and so people are finding us there, they're reviewing us there, and it's been great.
I think it's smart, because that's kind of what I've been harping on for the last year at least. It's just like, if you really want to shine, like you can self-promo all day, but that's not as good as a testimonial from an actual neighbor that's like, y'all should check this person out, because like those are the ones that are like, oh, this is legit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's tons of contractors to choose from in the Shmooze, and we're one of them, and there's tons of other great people in there, some of which are friends of mine, and we'll interchange work and stuff, and shout out Forrest, and so we there's a lot of great options to choose from, and from like a homeowner or a business owner perspective, you see everybody mentioning their business, and like, how do you choose? There's 20 people that are replying to a post. How do they pick somebody? Sure, Google reviews, how good's their website? Are there any testimonials, photos of their work? But when you see an actual client that's used a company shout them out, that carries so much more weight, and so it's great to see a bunch of clients making these posts, and we're happy to have them, and we're happy to continue serving them, and repeat business is key in this world, and so we're just happy that people are posting about us. For anyone listening, if you are, regardless of who we're talking about, if you had a good experience, like I definitely encourage you to leave a little whatever note on the group. But everyone also has like a review page too. There's a Shmooze review page for y'all. Yeah, and so, I was gonna actually chat with you about that.
Please
because like, is it Savannah? Is that who I'm thinking of? Okay, so the last like 3 or 4 clients of ours that have posted reviews, she's popped in and said, oh, post this on the Southern Shmooze directory review page, and that would be great. However, like, people have busy lives, how do you get people to do that when they're already doing kind of a heavy lift, jumping on Facebook? Like, they got kids screaming in the background, or dogs, or just life, man. And so, like, is there a way for me to take a snapshot of those reviews and upload them myself?
Ooh.
Because I would like to have them there, but I don't want to be like, hey, do you mind posting them there too?
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know if there is, but for what it's worth, because I agree, like, if I'm even asking for just a Google review in general from one of my customers, I have 1 out of 100. Like, 1 out of 100, and it's tough. So if someone actually does, like, what I've noticed, because we're like, for anyone that does say, give a shout out on the group, and we do, like, Savannah or I do say, like, oh, if you don't mind copy and pasting this, they're more inclined to, because they've already taken that extra step to do it, and it's like, they're actually invested in helping you, or helping whoever the business is, right? So it's like, thank you for doing that, first off, and then they're like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind taking an extra step. Most of them don't, and it's like, unfortunately there's not another workaround, but it's that's just so nice for people that do. Like, I've had customers, when I ask for a review, they're like, please, where can I leave it? Yelp, Google, next door, and they just go the full Monty, which is
That's
rare.
awesome.
But
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, that is rare, but that is awesome when that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's life's busy trying to like, okay, what's my login for Nextdoor? What's my login for Facebook? What's my
I
login
agree.
for Yelp? There's so much different stuff out there. Where do you pick and choose?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for people.
If you get, I'm well, speaking of ideas,
Yeah.
well, I guess we can come back to that because I'm not actually sure how that would flow, but okay, so I guess I wrote down, since you mentioned that we've known each other for forever, and you were
Yeah.
there at the inception
I was.
of the Shmooze. I was curious because you're one of the few people, OG members, that are like, you've seen it grow
I have,
from
yeah.
0 to
Yeah.
16,000 neighbors.
Yeah.
Did
you cross 16,000 now?
I did, yeah.
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
It's fun because it's just like, it's been fun the whole time, but now it's actually fun, where
Yeah.
it's like, y'all are helping me turn it into a job, which means we could do these in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
like it's so cool. And but yeah, what's your any thoughts, or just how was it worth you at the beginning versus how it is now?
So yes,
Free for all land back then.
Yeah, it was. COVID was a wild time, man. So yeah, back in 2020, when I started the business, and a lot of
You started Your Handyman right at 2022?
January of 2020.
Wow. Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's-
right before COVID.
Yeah.
I was doing handyman work on my own as a sole proprietor, but I hadn't put a name to it or anything like that, and I was getting work off of TaskRabbit, and that's actually how I met Zay here.
Really?
Yeah, we met on TaskRabbit. What did you do? You were hired for a job, I think in a dental office or something.
Yeah, and they wanted a reception window installed. And
Okay.
so, I went on Facebook and I was like, anybody know somebody who can do this? And somebody commented. It was like, call this guy. I called him. Like the very next day he was there. He had it knocked out before I even showed up to the job. I was like, wow, okay, this guy's the truth. Like, he's the truth.
Yeah.
And so we've been locked in since then.
Yeah. So we met through that, and I remember you and I think crossed paths on a TaskRabbit job or something at one point.
It was a plumbing job that this lady had in her basement. That was like the second time I had referred you to one.
Gotcha.
That was a good job. That worked out well too.
Yeah. So we kind of were passing around in that early stage of COVID, and then Ryan Jordan was running my dog Bella, and then he, I think, connected you and I, Grant, and was like, hey, he needs, I don't know, I think I worked on a gate or something, maybe for you, or your front door or something. I can't remember.
I remember the gate.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
And so I did some work for you over there, and you were like, hey man, I started this Facebook group. It's called the Southern Shmooze, and I'd love to have you on there. And so you told me a little bit about it and where you saw it heading. And so I think at that time you were like, I want to say under 500 members.
For sure.
Something small
compared
to what it is today.
Yeah.
500 is still a big number, but it was smaller than it is today. And so I joined it, and then like you had your first like award ceremony kind of thing for like, and I still have a copy of it somewhere on my computer of like the Shmooze Best Awards.
Yeah.
And so like everybody in the group was voting for the best, of each category. And so for 2020, we were the best handyman. And I think like even as small as the group was then, the area just kind of, COVID was wild, to begin with. But I think also a lot of the people on the Shmooze were like, we're going to use him. And it got to the point where I was so busy working by myself that I just forgot Facebook existed. And that was like all of 21. And then Zay came on working with me. And then I hired another person in 2022. And basically every year it's been adding another person to the team. And only until like last year did I finally get to the point with Zay taking more of a office support role and putting out fires and stuff like that. was I able to kind of take a step back and get more involved on our online presence. And so now I'm in the Shmooze again, pretty heavy. And I'm like, man, where did 15,000 people come from? Like, it's wild.
Well,
like, what happened? But it's cool. It's
I
super
think what
cool to
happened
see.
is just, I flipped the switch when I just made the Shmooze certified thing, right? So like the directory, like that was my opportunity to be like, all right, let's treat this as a job. And so like it went like this year. It's only a year old now, but it's well,
the directory.
The directory is a year old, but in that time frame, I managed. I put time and effort into it. So like 5,000 members came just from a year. So like it was about around 10,000 for the first 5 years or so. So I'm really interested in not just growing in numbers, but growing like quality. What's the saying? Substance over style over substance? No, the opposite. Substance over style. So anyways, I'm looking for members that are all, regardless if it's a neighbor or a contractor or whatever, like, someone that's cares about the community at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, and I know that's you, because obviously, you showed up for like our Schmoozapalooza thing, which was fun last year, and I got some more ideas on another market this year.
Just give me a date and a time. We're there, man.
Hell yeah. But I'm always just kind of every month, we do the monthly meetups, which we did one last week, and then the next one we're going to do at Ben from Rescue Restoration.
Okay.
We just locked that in yesterday. Nice. He has a spot on Memorial near Moreland, which is like prime area. So I was like, wow, this is great. So we're just gonna meet up there to see how he operates his business, and that one will be very chit chatty, but so I guess you've seen it 500 to where it is now. I mean, I guess there's not too much to dive down that kind of memory lane, but I do think it's like gotten better since inception.
For sure. I think
it was also like, it wasn't until last year either where I turned on post approval. So like
really?
Before the first 5 years, you could say whatever you wanted in there. And if I saw it, then and it was something confrontational, I would remove it. But that was like after the fact, right? It's way better with me pre-checking everything.
Especially with that many people. Who knows who some folks might be, and probably the smartest decision that you could make is filtering some of that.
That was nuts. It's kind of funny to think about a time when that didn't happen, but well, here's something I wrote down that I'm kind of because in addition to the Shmooze, there's something you brought me into the world of very briefly, but the Power Core community. And I kind of thought that might be interesting to talk about since. All right, that's Clarence, the dog, in the background. He's very interested to talk about it.
Clarence wants to tell you all about the Shmooze and all about this gentleman walking by.
That was just a dog walking by. He was just trying to say hi. I'm not too worried about that. But if anyone's curious, especially like the business owners in the listening, there's a Shmooze adjacent club or membership, however you want to phrase it, that's way more stringent and way more rules. I'm going to try my best to describe it, and then you need to tell me, because you're actually, I've only been to one meeting. I think it was at like 7 a.m. at a church maybe. There's a bunch of different chapters in Atlanta. There's a very small in-house network, maybe 20-ish members at each chapter. Brandon's about to correct me on all this, but it's like you got to show up, but in exchange for showing up on time and being a part of it and doing all that, there's an in-house referral network. It's very cool, and obviously it pays off because Tyler's in it too. There's a bunch of crossover actually.
There is, there is.
But go ahead, because I'm butchering this.
You're close. So actually Zay is on a Power Core team too.
Oh, rad.
And so
under the same umbrella.
And so the way Power Core works, and Wendy, if you're listening, this is a free advertisement for you, but you deserve it. So the way PowerCore works is it's a group of like-minded business owners that meet at 7 a.m. sharp, not 7:01, 7 a.m. sharp. The meeting starts at 7, and it ends sharp at 8:30. And attendance policy is very strict. You're allowed 2 absences in a rolling time period of, I believe, 6 months. And if you are going to be out for any reason, you have to have a substitute. And those 2 absences are in that 6-month rolling time period are that are allowed are without substitutes. Otherwise, it's a little more forgiving. But the idea behind it is that everybody's there at a strict time. Everybody's there either with a substitute on rare occasions, or in one way or another, they are occupying a seat that is solely for their business genre. And so I sit in the handyman seat on the Decatur PowerCore team, and Zay here sits in the handyman seat on the Emory PowerCore team. And so the group only allows, say, 1 handyman per team, and it only allows 1 personal injury attorney per team, only 1 family law attorney, only 1 business insurance person, 1 you name whatever the business genre is, business coach, shout out Johnny, and 1 power washer, Tyler Thomason, he's on the Decatur PowerCore team. And so it allows for everybody to build a very good relationship with one another with these weekly meetings, and so you become friends at the end of the day. And then also, they need work at their house, you go do it. You need a personal injury attorney, you know this guy or you know that person. And so it's not that Southern Shmooze is lax necessarily, but like there's no attendance policy with Southern Shmooze. You come and go as you need to.
Oh yeah.
PowerCore, you can't do that.
Oh yeah.
So it's a little different in that regard, but it's a great avenue. There's 28-ish teams across the Atlanta metro area.
Wow.
And most of them, are looking for people depending on what your business is. And you go to powercore.net, and you can visit a team twice for free. And then after that, you got to pay dues, and there's a whole process that I'm sure whoever's team you decide to join will get you up to speed on. But if you do decide to visit a team, make sure you mention me, and I get a little bit of a credit, not anything monetary, but just a little pat on the back for inviting more people. And I believe in it. It's been great for our business, and I encourage anybody who's looking to grow their business or just surround themselves with other serious business folks to join. And at least just try it out, 7 a.m. comes early. Some people aren't early people. Some people are, Check it out.
I'm glad you nailed it. That was definitely the pitch that you gave me, and I'm here. At the end of the day, nothing I'm ever involved in is a competition, regardless if that's this or like my landscaping or anything. I'm always just like, there's a collaboration in here hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
And like with PowerCore, it's the same. And even though I haven't talked to Wendy or I've only talked with you and our cross members, but everyone's kind of here for the same mission, to help customers, and that's what PowerCore is doing. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's, for what it's worth, if anyone's listening and they got, my excuse for not joining was basically just like,
you've got an
life.
8-month-old, I think,
like
right?
I got kids, I got work, I got, I try to have a healthy work-life balance. So the 7 a.m., and not to mention I'm not an early worm, so, but early bird.
Yeah, early bird gets the worm, not early worm.
I'm a late worm.
I guess if you're an early worm, you get eaten. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know that.
But yeah, I'm glad I'm glad we got to give him a plug, because that's cool.
It's a great group, and there's to Grant's point, if you're not an early morning person, it's gonna be tough, and it takes a commitment. It's kind of a slow burn in some ways. You've got to build relationships. You got to genuinely build relationships and show people in the group that you're there to do business, and you're there to stand behind your business. And And so it takes time to build it up. And so if you're not a morning person, probably not a good fit. But there are people that have been in this group for over 20 years. They haven't missed.
Wow.
Yeah, they haven't. They've been there.
That's
time and time and
quick
time
math,
again.
52 weeks in a year, 20 years.
Yeah.
How many visits would they have done?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Yeah, it's wild. And one of Joanne on our team, she's like interior designer. She does window treatments and curtain shades, that kind of a thing. And she's been on the group as of this past Tuesday, 12 years.
Yeah.
And I did the math for her because I was very curious, and it was like 550 or 650. I can't remember what it was, but it was quite a bit. And that assumes that, she went to every meeting, and she might have been sick one time, so she got a sub or had a vacation or whatever. So, a couple missed here or there. But 12 years, she's been waking up early, being there, at 6:55, or whatever, to sit down for an hour and a half and meet with like-minded business owners.
Yeah.
So it's commitment.
That's
and
cool.
People believe in it that much.
Yeah,
and I
see.
do too. So,
Hey.
and Zay, what do you think about PowerCore?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm still new, but just the process, the people, what I love about it is I was pretty much already doing PowerCore before I was doing PowerCore.
Oh.
That's how I met him. And when I met him, even before I started working with him, I had referred him to quite a few things. And that's just how I've always operated. I've always operated where, hey, listen, let me connect with you because I can help you. If I can't do it for you, I'll find somebody that can do it for you.
Yeah.
To make sure it gets done. So when this was introduced to me, I was like, this is right up my alley,
That's kind of the motto of the Shmooze. I should actually make that the motto of the Shmooze because that's, if I can't do it, I can get someone who can. That's literally, that's the idea, right?
Yeah,
so,
you have, in the Shmooze, you have so many different people from so many different walks of life. And you have people like us that, for home repairs, we're doing, a little bit of everything. We focus a lot on deck repair and wood rot and doors and windows and bathroom models and just general home repair. And then you've got other people that, are a little less expensive than us, and they will focus on just TV mounts or just painting. There's people in there that just do wallpaper. We don't do wallpaper, people. Don't call us for wallpaper. That's an art. I don't like to do wallpaper. So anyways, there are specialists in there, and there are people for everyone, from all walks of life, and there's attorneys in there, there's real estate agents in there, and all you have to do is just post, and whoever is out there in these businesses are gonna come post and find you and message you, and you'll have tons of people to choose from. That's the great thing about the Shmooze.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. Let's look at the time real quick. Cool. Only 30 minutes. This might be a good opportunity to switch gears to some degree. Is there anything? Did you have anything on your mind of topic conversation, or you want me to keep riffing?
Let's just keep riffing, man.
I can riff away.
It's a beautiful day. It's relaxing,
We got roosters in the background.
Yeah. I got
they,
Clarence just hanging out next to me.
Yeah.
I love dogs. So
Do you
this
have a
is
dog?
a good fit. I got 3.
Ooh, what kinds?
We've got Bella. She's a pit bull. She's 10, and then we've got a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, and he's 2, and his name's Finn. All these dogs are on our website. They have different business roles.
Website. Do you mind plugging that?
yourhandymanatlanta.com, and you can go on there, click visit, check out our team, and you'll see everybody who works for us on there, and photos and bios and stuff like that. And all of our dogs have their own little bio page with some extra photos and stuff.
Yeah,
dog. One of our dogs is the head of dog relations, HR, but it's DR. and so Finnegan is his real name, but we call him Finn or Finny, and he's on there. He's our Cavalier King Charles. And then we've got a mini Schnauzer named Bailey, and she's about 1.5 years now. And so she's on there too. Tons of cute photos of all of them. And so I'm a dog guy. I like animals generally, and but I'd say I'm a dog person.
Yeah,
You know,
I
and
get
so
it.
we got 3.
Don't forget to plug in their stepdad. Don't forget to plug that in.
Oh yeah. Their stepdad dog is stepdad is Zay. Zay is Zay is like their favorite person ever. Sometimes they they just go give him sweet eyes, and he just drops treats, left and right for him. He's a sucker. He's a sucker.
Do they come with you on the job sites ever?
No. But Zay's over. Our office is based in my house.
Yeah.
And so Zay's over quite a bit. And whenever we go out of town, we trust Zay to watch our dogs. We trust Zay with everything. He's a great guy, and hence why he's in the role that he's in. And so yeah, 3 dogs. A little chaotic at times. Hard to answer phones.
That's fair. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Did you come in your van today?
No, I came in my truck, but we have. Are you talking about the big van?
The big van.
Yeah.
I was specifically thinking because you're one of the few that have put the Shmooze emblem on the back of it.
Yeah,
so
we did. Yeah.
I wanted to see it IRL, but
yeah. No, that van, Steve, he's our lead. He's in that van. It's a big Chevy Bright Drop. If people don't know what that is, it's a giant electric van made by Chevrolet for 2. It's like a bus.
Literally.
it's electric.
It's electric.
Ooh.
Yeah, a lot of our fleet's electric.
Whoa,
And
cool. Is that just because you like it, or is there more of a reason behind it?
I like electric stuff. Zay's in a Ford Lightning, which is an electric pickup truck. We've got the Bright Drop, which is electric, and then we have a Ford Transit that's electric.
Wow.
And so I believe in it quite a bit. You can say what you want to say about mining materials, everything. It's just a matter of where we're destroying the planet. And so, if I can help a little bit there, I will. And there's the economics of electric's just better from a business standpoint, especially with fuel prices these days. And so a lot of our fleet's electric. And but the Bright Drop is a cool van. It's made by Chevrolet for 2 years, and they stopped production.
Oh.
Because no one was buying them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and they're great for what we do. They're great for delivery companies. FedEx bought a bunch of them, and I think there was another company, I forget, that bought a bunch of them, but they didn't sell well, mainly because of the price point. They're just priced really high. And Chevrolet, to clear out old stock, threw a bunch of incentives on top of it, and including the federal incentive for EVs when that was still a thing, and it made it very competitive. And so we bought one to try it out with the intention of buying more, and now we can't unless we buy a used one, which we might when the time comes.
And
but
you just plug them all up at night and let them charge up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, for vehicles that just are around the city, it makes sense. You plug in every night. You got a gas station at home. You go out about your day with a full tank, and then you drive home. You plug it in, rinse and repeat. I wouldn't.
Did you ever have incidents where you got stuck?
No.
Really?
No, we
Cool.
haven't. We haven't yet.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. We've been close. But yeah, it's. I wouldn't road trip any of the vans. I mean, they're vans. They're not comfortable for road tripping. But Zay's Lightning, that's road trippable.
Is that the one right there?
Yeah. Yep.
Man, that's a big truck.
Yeah. Well, the white one's mine.
Okay.
That's an F-350, but the black truck in front of it, that's the Lightning.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, I wouldn't road trip it very far. I mean, take it to South Carolina, sure, or Florida, sure. I wouldn't go to Miami necessarily with it.
Sure.
Charge time, can be a bear. But they have their use case, and I think it's very good for what we do around Atlanta.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
that's cool. Is there any other? Are you able to incorporate green aspects into anything else as far as obviously your drills and stuff are all battery.
Yeah,
that's
they
normal.
are. Yeah.
No one's plugging into a wall anymore, are they?
No, and power tools, battery-powered power tools, they have their strengths, with mobility. But if you're out there running a table saw or a miter saw or a grinder for a very long time, corded starts to kind of make some sense. And then if you start to consider, battery failures, they happen. And the cost of batteries is still pretty high. So if you start considering that, depending on the tool and particular aspects of the work itself, corded does still make sense. And then, lithium-ion battery fires is a real thing. And so...
Have you had a battery catch on fire?
I have not. I've not had a battery catch on fire. However, they do. And a friend of mine, he's actually the guy who runs our website and has done a great job. Shout out Elliot with Web Experts.
Well, we know Elliot. That's cool. You probably recommended him, to be honest.
I did, because I believe in him.
Nice.
And he's done a great job with our website, and he's also in PowerCore.
Yep.
And he does a great job for Tyler's website, and he does a great job for everybody that I've ever sent his way, and everybody who was there with him before. And he, I don't know if it's TMI, but he'd tell you. So, but he had a house, his house burned down.
Oh, no.
Because of a lithium-ion battery fire.
And this was like a car battery, or like
it was a drone battery, I believe.
And that thing just
spontaneously
burst into flames?
It did, yeah. It was a drone battery or a scooter battery. I can't remember. I think it was a drone, though.
So
I don't know. I should probably ask him. But anyways, yeah, he just told me this story like 2 weeks ago too. So I should remember it. But he had a battery fire.
This isn't like recent?
Oh no, within the last like 2 years.
That's horrible.
Yeah, unfortunately he doesn't have any pets. So there's no one home. He lost, priceless possessions and stuff like that. But no life was lost. So there's that silver lining of it. But yeah, his house, he was out at the movies, I think, and he got a phone call from his neighbor and said, "Hey, your house is burning down. It's fully engulfed." And so he rushed home, and the house is fully ablaze.
I'm thinking with the batteries that I have in my house, I have rechargeable. Is a lithium battery anything that's rechargeable?
Not anything that's rechargeable, but a lot of rechargeable batteries these days are lithium.
I have a lot of those.
Yeah.
How would you avoid that?
So don't have them in your house.
Really?
Yeah.
Just get rid of them.
That's really what it comes down to.
Damn.
Especially if you've dropped one and it suffered physical damage, don't keep it in your house.
Where do you keep your batteries charged?
My tool batteries live in the back of my truck. And then we have an electric leaf blower for our house, and some other, like, we have electric bikes, and they all live in a shed spaced away from the house.
Wow.
So that if it were someday to catch on fire, ideally it would just take the shed and not the house.
Still trying to wrap my head around. Is it catching on fire when it's like charging? When there's it's just catching. It's just blowing up.
They just spontaneously. Like you can go on YouTube and watch videos of them, and sometimes they're charging. Sometimes they're sitting idle, not on a charger. What happens is they short circuit internally.
Okay.
And then just erupt into flames, and there's a lot of energy stored there, and so it rapidly oxidizes the battery, and it's a massive flame, and you cannot put them out with any traditional method. Water is a bad thing. You've got to, if I recall correctly, you can use a certain kind of foam, or you just bury them, and that's it. Like that's what the fire department has to do, or let them burn out, of course.
I feel like, I mean, this is the first I'm hearing of it, but I mean, obviously it happened, so it's for real. But wouldn't you think like 99% of everyone has charging batteries to some degree?
Absolutely. This microphone that I'm holding in my hand right now, lithium-ion battery. I'm sure.
I hope you don't spontaneously catch on fire.
Your phone. For years, Samsung had an issue with exploding batteries. Apple's had the issue. So it happens. I'm not fear-mongering. That's not my intent.
Right.
I'm saying that it happens, but is it incredibly prevalent? No, it's rare. It's usually when there's
But
some
you're
sort
taking
of...
the extra precaution of keeping
I'd
it
rather
away
just
from,
not, you know?
Which is
Just
good.
rather
It's a
not.
good idea because now I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it, I'm like, my bikes are e-bikes, but they're in the garage, which is cemented. So
Yeah.
it should be, if something did explode, it could be a little safer in there.
Should be. And it's not like an explosion like a bomb. It's
Oh,
a very rapid fire that escalates quickly.
Yeah.
But it's not a bomb. But yeah, it's smart to not have them in your house. If a battery's taken physical damage, it's really smart to not have that, in your home. Even if it's still producing energy and working fine, probably would be a good idea to have somebody professional review the battery, or just
That
store
almost
it
sounds
far
like
away.
an interesting job you might have created for yourself, where you go around, you're like, I don't know if I recommend this here.
Well, along that note, we do offer a monthly maintenance plan.
Do tell.
And so we, once a month, for a flat fee of $150, we will come out to your house and perform a monthly maintenance checklist. And Zay, part of his role with the company is to do those checklists. He'll go through, he gets to know your house, he will start to remember, what is normal for your home versus other homes. And so if something falls out of ordinary, he can say, hey, this changed from the last time I was here, and point it out, and we can correct it.
What would be a normal monthly checklist? Is that proprietary, or can you go?
No. We're a transparent company.
Okay.
And everything that I'm saying here, you can go on our website. Again, yourhandymanatlanta.com. Our hourly rates are transparent on there.
Wow.
Our
That's
trip
rad.
charge, depending on there's a zip code lookup tool. Thanks to Elliot, he built that, put that on there, so you can enter your zip code, figure out what your trip charge is, and know ahead of time what you're going to pay minimum for us to come out and take a look at what you've got going on.
Genius.
We do free virtual estimates. There's a button on our website. You click that, you upload photos, and a brief description of what you need. We'll give you a free estimate virtually. But if you want an in-person estimate, at this current moment, we're charging for those. However, it is credited towards any work we do for you.
Smart.
So yeah, it's time's money, and so we want to make sure that if we're coming out on site, that we're being compensated for that time, and then you get it back when you work with us, which you should. So, and so it's a good working agreement that we found. That is so interesting. He opens the door himself. Clarence is so cool.
The only other dog.
That was so distracting for a moment. That was so cool. Anyways, man, if my dogs learn that, good Lord. Finn, our Cavalier is a runner. He gets outside of a fenced yard, and it's like a party. So anyways, so our monthly maintenance plan and our website in general, we're just very transparent. Our monthly maintenance plan's on there as well. Our entire checklist is on there.
I mean, do you know the checklist offhand, or would you?
No, I don't. No, it's pretty extensive.
Oh yeah, so it's more than like 5 things?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's usually about a dozen things every month.
Would that be, if I had to guess, like, is it HVAC related or not?
Some
of it?
And so there's a base checklist that is repeated every month, and then seasonally, every month we add on 4 or 5 things that are pertinent to the weather changing or some other reason it's on there. And so every month we are changing your HVAC air filters.
Yep.
The number of people that don't know to do that monthly is interesting figure. And so some people just out of sight, out of mind.
Do you change it every month?
We do.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was like every 3 or 4 months.
No. And so that's a common misconception.
Okay.
And so Home Depot and Lowe's and the big stores will tell you this filter can be good for up to 60 days or up to 90 days or so on. And that might be the case for some filters, and that they can last that long, but you got to understand that an air filter is ultimately a restriction to the airflow.
Right.
And so, and the higher the air filters are rated in what's called MERV.
Yep.
And the higher the number, the more efficient the more efficient the filter is. And a HEPA filter, for instance, is like a MERV 16, I think, or a 17 or something like that, where it's filtering out basically everything. And obviously, the lower the number, the less it's filtering out. Your home HVAC furnace or air conditioner is not meant for like a MERV 16. It's not even really meant for like a MERV 10 in most cases. If you start adding a restriction inline to the air filter, inline to the furnace or air conditioner, you are using more energy to cool or heat your home. And you're putting more wear and tear on your units. And so what a lot of HVAC companies will tell you, and what we tell you, is run a cheap filter and change it often.
Interesting.
Run like a MERV 8 because ultimately the amount of leakage that's in your ductwork and whatnot, it's not, you can throw the best filter you want in that thing and you're just burning money because there's air leakage all throughout your home. If you want perfectly clean air, buy a dedicated HEPA filter. And buy one for the room that you're in, or buy a whole home system. We don't install these, so I'm not, I don't have anything to gain from this. But buy a whole home HEPA filter if that's what you're really looking for. The allergen filters that go in your air conditioner, they're just going to catch your pet fur and slow down some of it, but it's nowhere near as good as a dedicated HEPA filter is. And then as that filter catches your pet hair, it clogs, restricts your system more, and all it does is crank up your energy bill.
Gotcha.
And so it's just better, let me buy a cheap $10, $12 air filter, a MERV 8, throw that in every 30 days, and exchange it. And the other catch, too, is that the air filters that go on air conditioners or furnaces are primarily meant to protect the equipment itself, not the air you breathe. They're meant to keep the coil in the air conditioner clean of pet fur and dust. And so by doing anything more than that, you're just restricting the unit and you're causing it to wear out faster. The compressor runs harder, longer, hotter. The fan does the same thing. The AC units that used to run last 20 years now last 10. Part of it is because of stuff like this. Yeah. And so that's one of the things that we do. One of the things we do.
One of the dozen.
And we think of that level of detail so that you don't have to.
That was fascinating because I knew a little bit about that world. Now I know more. Is there another fun fact in there about one of the other maintenance checkoff things that people might not know about?
Yeah, so twice a year we clean your bathroom exhaust fan. So
okay, sure. I don't know if I ever cleaned that before.
Yeah, and so the little vent cover, just spring loaded. You pull it down, and it's creating negative pressure to suck out all the humidity and smells and stuff like that. And so it collects pet fur, collects dust.
Sure.
And a lot of these motors that run the fan are not sealed motors. And so the pet fur and dust gets within them, and they are a fairly common source of home fires, along with your clothes dryer. And so we clean.
I know about a clothes dryer.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed a bathroom exhaust fan.
Yeah. So they cause home fires, bathroom exhaust fans. I can't remember the figure off the top of my head, but it is on our website.
That's just because it's sucking all that stuff up constantly.
Yeah. If you don't clean it, fan runs hot. Yeah. The motors aren't sealed, so the electronic part can ignite that dust sometimes. Yeah. And same thing for clothes dryers. Same thing. They have an exhaust duct that should be cleaned.
Are y'all cleaning those out too?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's part of our
service. You're basically
service.
trying to keep your house from not catching on fire.
We do. Yeah. And then probably the other big thing that folks don't think about, it's out of sight, out of mind, is your water heater. And
I don't think about it.
You don't think about it. You got hot water, you don't think about it, right?
Oh, you are supposed to do, I know you're supposed to do annual maintenance on it because I think I signed up for, if somebody comes out once a year maybe to look at it. But you're probably going to tell me I need to do more once a year.
Should. Yeah, you should. So water heaters do need maintenance. You'll hear folks say, oh, my water heater used to last 20 years. It only lasted 6 this time. Well, yeah, stuff's getting lower quality, but we're also not maintaining stuff like we used to. So water heaters will collect sediment from even city municipal water sources, and it collects in the bottom of the tank, and it creates a localized hot spot in the bottom of the tank. And so when the bottom of your tank rots out, it's because of that sediment sitting there, collecting heat, causing a localized hot spot, and rusting the tank out.
Yeah.
So you should flush your water tank. What the manufacturers tell you is at least once a year to flush it. It's just connecting a garden hose to the bottom. There's a procedure. You can go on YouTube. It's super easy. You can DIY this. Anybody can, for the most part. You can DIY it and flush it out at least once a year. That would extend its lifespan a considerable amount. We do it twice a year.
Cool.
Because at the end of the day, it uses a couple gallons, 4 or 5 gallons of water that you're flushing out.
Yep.
Not a substantial amount. And if that means you're using a couple cents in water to save a couple $1,000 in some cases appliance, it's worth it. And so we do that, and then every 2 to 5 years there's an anode rod, a sacrificial anode rod that is meant to decay so that the heating elements inside the water tank don't, or the tank itself does not rust. And so that anode should be replaced every 2 to 5 years, depending on water quality.
Okay.
And people don't know that. We do not change those. We would recommend you contact whoever your favorite plumber is. Ours is Dale, the civilized plumber, and another plug. And so he would change that anode rod for you, and it should be done every 2 to 5 years. And that is, again, it's sacrificial. So it corrodes so the tank or the heating elements don't.
Yeah. This is, I don't know why I've never heard of a monthly service like this. Does this exist?
It does now because we invented it.
I was about to say, this is unique.
Yeah, no, there are others out there that are emulating us, and all across the nation, this is becoming more and more of a thing. The lists themselves are changing, obviously, based on locales and what you want to provide, and what price point you want to be at. And our price point's $150 a month. It's month to month. You can cancel whenever you'd like.
Are you able to? How many customers do you have?
I don't know off the top of my head right now.
Fair enough.
Our total book of clients is 1,600 or so. But the monthly service plan, I don't know that off the top of my head right now.
I was just curious.
But yeah, we do that, and
the people like it that are that signed up for it.
They
right?
love it.
Yeah,
they love
peace
it.
of mind that you don't have to worry about anything.
Yep, first-time homeowners, we tend to see more of those signed up, and but also single folks or just busy people. They've got kids, they've got dogs, they've got soccer practice they got to go to. They're into this, that, the other. They don't want to think about maintaining their stuff in their house, and so it's cheap insurance in a way.
I mean, it's almost like, what if, whatever, we forget to change the filter, right? And then you got to replace the whole HVAC, is like, or whatever, like
it will wear it out faster.
Yeah.
And
maybe that's not the best example, but just like the maintenance that you're providing is affordable in the sense of like something you forget to do, like the water heater, for example, and then you got to spend like a few grand or whatever to get the whole thing replaced.
Yeah, depending on your water heater, some are not that bad, but yeah, you spend a little bit of money up front, you catch stuff before it becomes a problem. Caulking failing on the outside of your house lets water in, causes wood rot. Next thing you know, you got to replace a whole window, a door, some siding, wall framing because of a $10 tube of caulk failed and you didn't catch it. We catch that. How
long does a typical monthly visit last? Is it a day, an hour, somewhere in between?
Yeah, so it's for that $150, we will come to your house for 1 hour.
Okay.
And we'll knock out our checklist typically in 45 minutes to an hour. And then if, for instance, we knock out your list in 45 minutes, that extra 15 minutes is your time. So if you have a little honey-do list of, you want a photo mounted, a set of blinds mounted, or a TV put up or something, that time's yours to do whatever you'd like. So if you collect a list throughout the month and you have something you want done, we'll do it while we're there.
That's badass. Yeah.
And then there's so much value to this, and it's on our website, and anybody's welcome to call me and we can go through it. But the other perk too is that if we're already on site doing your checklist, and after that first hour you're like, hey, I've got a room I want painted, or I've got some cabinets I need fixed, or whatever, like Grant, like what we did for you today, we put up that storm door. We want a new storm door put up. those things we do for $100 an hour, opposed to our normal rate of $125.
Got it.
So it's a significant discount because we're already there. And then throughout the month, like let's say we do your service on the first of the month, and then sometime 2 weeks into the month, you're like, hey, I need X, Y, and Z done, I want it done before my next monthly visit, then we give you 10% off our normal rates. So you buy into us, we take care of your home, and then we give you a little bit of a discount too. And so we have some clients, we're doing a big project for one right now on the west side that we're adding a closet to a bedroom and doing a custom bookshelf and some custom cabinetry for her. And the 10% savings that she's getting across her project is paying for her monthly subscription service for the year.
Yeah.
So there are, economics to this too.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, she doesn't have to worry about anything on the house, breaking or anything without at least having somewhat of a heads up that, hey, this is coming.
I'm going to check it out at yourhandymanatlanta.com.
Yes, sir.
We've done 3 plugs for it. I want to make sure everyone listening is very familiar with it at the end of the day.
Yeah, if you listen to this podcast, when you call in and book, just mention podcast, and I'll give you 10% off labor, up to $100. I'll limit it at $100, but I'll give you a 10% discount.
I love that you saved that for the end. That means they stuck all the way through.
Yeah, it's worth it. But yeah.
Speaking
podcast.
We made it to an hour. This will be the longest one so far.
Really?
That's exciting.
Awesome. It didn't feel like
there's never a time limit to it, but I guess, I was thinking about it from just a listening standpoint where I like a nice 45-minute, hour-ish podcast.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, that was a really good way to kind of tie it all in. Is there anything else maybe we didn't touch on?
No. If I had to say anything else, I mean, if you want to book us or just get an estimate from us, again, go to our website. It's very easy to book us online. It's very easy to get an estimate online.
Do you want to list your phone number? Or you want to say your phone number?
Oh, yeah, no. 404-585-1856. You can text us there. You can call us there. You will either reach myself, you'll reach Zay, or we have a call service that answers calls for us sometimes if we're just too busy. If we're hanging a door for Grant, we can't answer the phone.
Well, you hung a door, but you also, I have this fun little anecdote, I suppose. Upstairs, we have on our attic spaces where my son's bedroom is, there's a tiny little door, and you put in an outlet, and if you go in the tiny little door, there's a tiny little hallway, roughly it was like a foot big.
Yeah,
it's just enough for a 3-year-old to skimmy through, and it's maybe like 3 or 4 feet high max. So I'm gonna maybe post a photo of that when it's like up and done, just to show some cool stuff.
You probably should post a photo of that because the listeners might think you keep your kids in the attic.
No, this
it's a cool space.
Fun. I've mentioned Coraline earlier, so imagine the scene where she crawls in that tunnel, if you've seen the movie, and that's the vibe I'm going for. So it's gonna be it should be kind of cool, actually. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. But
it'll be cool. I think your kids will love it up there.
Okay, great.
Hanging out, but
I think we got everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, if anybody ever has a question, call us, text us, email us, go online, fill out a form, schmooze us. However you reach people best is how we can be reached.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks
y'all.
for having us, Grant. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Till next time, y'all.
When you're in need of